Hey everyone, how's it going? Five Finger Shuffle back here with another video. Today what I want to do is go over some of the confusing things about this week's patch. We finished our stream a little while ago, and there was a lot of confusion as to really what's going on in this side story. Um, so before we jump into that, I just do want to show you guys the new stuff that was involved in the patch and kind of explain that for you as well. So for starters, if we jump over here, you have first of all, there was a Goblin Challenge. If you didn't already do it, you can do that. Also, there's the Haughty Tailor event where you can get the new artifact. So there's the artifact. We talked about it in the patch notes, but it is as health decreases, evasion and defense will increase up to 20% at level 1, which means at max it'll be up to 40%. So it's going to be really high. Also, make sure you do this because not only is it a free artifact that you won't be able to get again, but there's also a gold transmit stone. Next up, we're going to go look at the new gear sorting system, which is amazing. If you guys have played Summoner's War before this, you will know exactly how to use it. But if you haven't, then I'm just going to show you really quick. Alright, so who do we have that's not geared very well? Say Xeno. So we look at Xeno's gear, and he's got a bunch of random stuff on him, none of it's upgraded. Say we need to use him really quick, and we wanted to replace this helmet, but we didn't know what other hit pieces we had that had the substats we want for him. So ideally we would get like speed, crit rate, and an HP, speed, crit rate, attack, something like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this Manage Equipment button. The game's being really slow right now since the patch. Hopefully that improves. Alright, so we're in here. This gear up here on the left, you guys can see my mouse, right? Yeah. The gear up here on the left is his current gear. The gear on the right is what you're changing it to. So let's go, we're looking at this chest, or the helmet, I mean. So we're going to click on the little helmet. It brings up all the helmets that we have. Then we know we want it to be a hit set. So we're going to click on hit set. And these are all of our hit set helmets that we have. And then it also tells you which ones, we have 3 hit set helmets equipped already. One on C. Armin, one on Charles, and one on Gerardo. And then just whichever other ones we have, you can see the one on Xeno here. So if we want to look, say, instead of sorting through all these, say we had like 50 of them. Like if we were looking at speed, it'd be a much bigger number. We already know the main stat here is going to be always the same, so we don't have to change that. That's more if you're dealing with like a ring, a necklace, or a pair of boots and you want to search for specific main stat. But say we want to go crit chance and we want to go speed substats. So now it narrows it down to these 5. And if you want to just pick one that's not already equipped, you click on this one, and we could switch that over if we want to. Also, we could use this one, and we could change it. So currently you can see it's got the piece of gear here, but it's also here. So if we click this away by clicking these arrows, now you have the left side, which is all your old gear, and now your right side is including this new piece of gear that we just equipped. So it tells you all the new stats, it tells you whether things have gone up or down and by how much just by changing that one piece of gear. Say now we want to go check the boots, and we want to go crit set, and we know we want the same sort of substats, so we're going to go, where is it, crit, and speed. And because it's a pair of boots, we're going to go HP % main stat. And this is actually the only crit set pair of boots that we have like this, so we're going to leave it on there. So this was a terrible example. But say, for example, we wanted to put a speed set on there. And we want to go HP boots. Wow, we don't have any HP boots like that. Alright, fine. I keep picking the worst possible examples. Let's go main stat speed. That'll give us something better. So say we decide to put this piece on. Now it's going to tell us the speed's gone up by 32, HP's gone down by 1400, and you can see all the rest of the stuff. And then you can choose, if you think this is good and you're ready to go, you can just click change, and it tells you how much it's going to cost, and then you're done. Great way to optimize your gear, and it shows you, it's much easier to find what you're looking for, especially as the game gets older and we have more and more gear out there. Alright, so all that being said, back to the side story and to try and sort out some of this confusion. So there's a lot going on in this side story. Oh, by the way, if you didn't already know, this is bugged. You can click on the shop as many times as you want, and those dots won't go away. Why don't you test your luck? So hopefully they fix that soon, because it's really annoying. I think I've clicked on that shop like 10 times already. So let's come into the side story. Now, you can see here this is already different. So we have Reputation and we have Summer Pass. So let's click on Summer Pass first. Coming in here, you have different rewards. This is really poorly designed in my opinion. As you go through it, you get these story points. This tiny little thing up here in the corner that says story points. There's really no explanation for it, and I'm not really sure how you get the story points. I think it's 1 per quest. But as you do it, it says here, story points 1, and you get the low water runes. Story points 3, you get the artifact charms, etc. There's a Molagora, a Phantasma, all this stuff. So we actually cleared a couple extra, so we'll collect our summons. We'll collect our water mid runes. We'll collect our artifact. And we will collect our fused nerves. And that's where we're stuck. We're at 18 out of 19. Once we get the next one, we'll get this Phantasma. And then it keeps going on. So you can see beyond that, there's another whole category. It says purchase premium Summer Pass to unlock. So if we click on Summer Pass, you can see here there's premium Summer Pass and special Summer Pass. So the premium one gives you an extra 10 story points, which will help you down this list a little bit. So we have 18. It'll bring you to 28. So it'll bring you right before the final artifact and the final fused nerves, which is kind of nice. It'll give you these, but that being said, you're going to get all this stuff eventually anyway, as there is going to be another full week to this story. So don't worry too much about this stuff. You don't need those story points in order to do it. You can wait on those until next week unless you're in a massive hurry. What this does do for you, however, is it unlocks these rewards in the blue. So the runes, 150 gold, a Terra Phantasma, there's 10 summons and a Molagora, you get a couple more water runes, more gold, another Terra Phantasma, and another 10 summons, along with some powders, and another 10 summons and more powder. So what's that? 10, 20. So you have 30 bookmarks, which is 6 summons, 2 Terra Phantasmas, and a Molagora. And it's going to cost you 900 crystals. So really quick. So basically it comes down to whether or not you think it's worth it. They're asking you if you want to buy that stuff using your crystals, is essentially what it is. You don't need to. You do get a Molagora out of it. As for whether or not it's worth it, keep in mind there's been this leak for another unit coming out, which it's not a leak, I guess. They told us it was going to come out. The water version of Belina is coming out. We're going to take a look at her skills in a minute. But keep in mind that you're probably going to want to summon for her because she might be a limited unit. They've already confirmed she's coming out next Wednesday. So you might want to summon for her. And if you're going to be buying with Skystones anyway, you get 10 summons for 950 bookmarks. Now this is only giving you 6, so you're getting shorted 4 summons in exchange, and you're only getting 50 crystals back. That being said, yes, you're getting 4 summons less, but if we come back here, so it's basically your first 6 summons are the 600 crystals, then you're paying 300 crystals extra. Where to go? So we already said you get 6 summons. Oops. We're going to look at that in a second. So over here in the blue, you get 6 summons. The next 300 crystals, this is what you're going to get in exchange for 300 crystals. You're going to get some runes. You're going to get 300k gold. You're going to get 2 Terra Phantasmas, a Molagora, some more runes, and you're going to get some powders. The powders are quite nice, and so are, like, if you're ever grinding for water high runes, that's going to cost you probably at least a couple hundred crystals. And the powders as well, you've got 60, 90, 120 powder. I think that's it, unless there's more up here that I missed. Yeah, so you're getting 120 powder, which is 2/3 of an artifact in the shop, a Nat 5 artifact in the shop. So it's actually works out quite well for you in the long run. Is it like a huge bargain deal? No, but is it probably worth it in terms of the pure exchange? Yeah, probably. I haven't decided if I'm going to do it yet or not because I do have a limited amount of crystals. But I am kind of leaning toward it just because I'm probably going to want to summon for Bellina anyway and end up buying a pack. So using the 6 summons from here instead of buying a pack is probably going to be better. What I might end up doing is actually waiting and seeing if I get her with my existing summons, and then if I don't and I need more summons, then I'll buy this pack instead, which only gives you 6 more instead of 10 more, but like I said, you get this other stuff. So that's where I stand on that personally. Now, if you want these bottom 2 rewards where you get the Mystic reward, you get the Kreen, and you get her skin, all you have to do is get the next one. So the 1800 gives you the Kreen swimsuit skin plus 10 more story points, which basically finishes the story points for you, and it will unlock this stuff as well. So that's how you'll get that if you want to. In terms of that one, is it worth it? I don't think so, but if you use Kreen and you like her cute little outfit here, then go nuts. So next up, technically, you can buy story points if you really want to. Like if you're 1 short at the end and you want to just finish it, you can use 100 crystals to get it. Again, not worth it. Next, what I want to do is show you guys how to do these bonus stages because it is confusing. Alright, so obviously you start out in stage 1. Let's bring our girl over here. There we go. I shouldn't have done that. Now I have to wait for it to load. Come on, Kreen. You can do it, girl. Alright. So you start at stage 1, continue up the map. Same as normal. You get to stage 4, except here it says you have to get 100 something. There's nothing to collect here. So there's no like wanted posters here. So you just keep grinding it. I believe it's 100 kills. So just keep going until you get your kills, and you can watch the tally go up, and it'll tell you when you're at 100. When you hit 100, it'll open 4-S1, clear 4-S1, and it'll open 5. Now, as you can see, 5 is huge. You got 5 with S1, S2, S3, S4, and S5. So you clear 5, and then it brings you to S1, and you need 50 of, it says you need 50 of each in order to open it, but now that you've done 5, this opens where you can start collecting the wanted posters. So you'll do S1, it'll say 3 out of 50. You'll do S2, it'll say 3 out of 50, and so on. You can clear up to S4, it won't let you do S5. What you have to do is you have to go back and grind this, or any of them, until you have 50 out of 50, and then S5 will open. Once S5 opens, you can clear S5 and it'll let you go to 6. So now you're on 6. 6 is easy, just do it once. 7 is easy, just do it once. But then 7-S doesn't open, which is kind of tricky. And you come into Reputation, and there's 2 secret ones that aren't done yet. And you need to know how to do those. So the other one... Oh my god, I'm never going to find it. Is it? No, it's not Acquire Dead Coral. I don't think it was anyway. Was it that one? I think it might have been Coastal Cleanup. Eliminate additional monsters near the beach. I feel like that was the one. If that's not the special mission, I apologize, but I can tell you where to do it, whatever the special mission was. Just come back here and keep running 4. So I ran 4 over and over until I got back up to 100 again. And again, that is monster clears. Now, the tricky thing is we're very used to running the highest level. So we're used to running Hell Mode. When you run Hell Mode, you get the same amount of drops as you do in easy mode. So it's only, you know, there's 3, I forget what it is. I think it's 9 per run. So you just have to grind it multiple times. There's nothing you can do. You don't get more for grinding Hell. In terms of being energy efficient, running easy is definitely better. Because you're going to get more kills per run. Well, actually, technically, you're going to get the same amount of kills per run, but it's going to cost you way less energy to do so. The downfall to it is the drops aren't as good. So obviously, the runes, you're going to get level 15 runes instead of level 44 runes, which I don't care about either. But you can see that the catalysts that drop are just low regular catalysts, where here you have the potential to get more fused nerves. So that's kind of nice if you want to run Hell. That being said, I ran normal because it's cheaper. And it's just not worth running. It's cheaper and it's faster, so I just ran that until I got my 100 points. Next up is the one that I left here for you guys. Sun, Sea, and Absolute No Theft. So it said, eliminate additional Dark Goblin Bandit in 5S Exploration Stage. So let's collect this. So basically what I did is I came to 5-S3. I think you can do S1, S2, S3, S4, S5. I think any of them will work. But basically you just run it, and every once in a while, just RNG based, you're going to see a goblin at the end instead of the normal boss. And you have to kill that goblin 10 times. So it's basically just making you farm a little bit more. Again, you can run that on any difficulty. Apparently, though, the chances of him popping up are higher in the higher difficulties, so you may as well run the higher difficulty for those ones. But that's how you're going to get the 10 of those, and that's going to be it for your Reputation. So now you're at the point, now you've opened this up. Actually, after you do 4, the first one where you have to do 100 of these, that special mission, it's going to open up 7S, and that's it for the side story for this week. Next week, this will open. You can see here, opens in 6 hours and 6 days and 12 hours. So that'll be opening next Wednesday. But other than that, you're done. So not too difficult. You just have to make up your mind as to whether or not you want to get the Summer Pass. But hopefully that helps clear things up for you guys. You'll know how to clear it. I know it was a little confusing on stream, and I figured some of you I know can't make it. So at least this way, you guys can all kind of get the same information and know what you have to do to be able to clear this. The only other thing you need to know from the patch is that TOA or Automaton Tower is significantly easier now. So this was in the patch notes, but just in case you missed it, you can come into this tower now. We can't go in and do anything because we already cleared it on stream. But you can come in here now, and it's significantly easier. And if you want to, or you're having a hard time with it, you can actually use your Stigma to make it even easier. So come in, if you're stuck, come in, just use your Stigma, go through it. I was stuck on 96, and I could have changed all my gear to do it, but I really didn't think it was worth it because it was just too difficult and too much work to change it in order to get some gold, and then still maybe struggle with 100. I just really didn't want to bang my head up against the wall. But now it's way, way, way easier. I actually just autoed my way through all these stages as soon as stream started. So that's pretty much it for that. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Good luck on your summons. If you're curious, I got another ML Sid, which I've already pulled like 3 of him, but I got another one. I doubt I'm going to build him since I already built one before and then got rid of him, but we'll have to see. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you all next time. Have a wonderful night, and yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now, guys.